Hello, welcome to this tropical update. So let's see what's happening with cyclone Chido. So it's still there, just northwest of Madagascar. So it didn't make land from Madagascar, but it passed very close and it's still a very strong to intense tropical cyclone there, and it's expected to pass right over Mayotte and parts of the Comoros. So the new forecast calls it there as a tropical cyclone, like category 2 and something, but it's still forecast to strengthen again to intense tropical cyclone all the way to category 3 or even more. So all the way to 185, right as it passes through Mayotte and some areas of the Comoros, shows passing dangerously close there to the Comoros as well. But there are some models indicating a very life-threatening situation for mayotte and some areas. So please, these are your last hours to finish the preparation, find a very safe spot, and please be careful. Do everything you can to stay safe from this. We just got some news from the island in the Indian Ocean there with about 300 people, and there was some devastating damage there. So please stay safe. In Mayotte and Mozambique, because still forecast to be an intense tropical cyclone as it goes into Mozambique, and then quickly to a remnant low, but still forecast to be a very strong tropical cyclone there. So please stay safe. Uh, Here's the official track. I showed you. So please be careful. So first, the main thing will be the force of the wind and the storm surge. So the European does have some wind gusts in Mayotte to 168 km per gust, 162 and like 153. So please stay safe. This can cause some devastating damage. Shows 158 more there through like Mayotte, no, the Comoros as well, and it does pass closer to the southern Comoros on the 14th, shows all the way to 100 km per gust there, like some 89, 94, so be careful. And you never know, because sometimes these models, most times they underestimate the force of the wind, and sometimes they overestimate, but just be aware in case the winds get stronger than this. So this goes there Sunday, and then it does go into Mozambique, still some like 174 km per gust into Mozambique. So please warn others there. Be careful with storm surge and stay safe on the coast there on Mozambique Sunday. This might go right in the morning on Sunday, so be careful. And since that's Sunday, you go tomorrow into Mayotte, so please stay safe. Then this goes still more than 100 km per gust inside Mozambique on Sunday. It's still there, and then some high gusts into Malawi later on Monday, and still Mozambique. So be careful in those areas. Please be careful. There's the GFS. The GFS is very optimistic on the wingers. I don't think it's showing it as strong as it is now, but it does have in Mayotte zone 106, 104 km per gust, would already cause some damage. And then it does have the southern Comoros, Sahara gust, especially the easternmost island there. So be careful, and it has it going to Mozambique, still as a very strong system as well, but not nearly as the European. So yeah, be careful. There's the icon, but the icon the last few days has been very weak as well. So it does go into Mayotte around 122 km per gust, 110, and the southern Comoros some high gusts as well. So please be careful. Later into Sunday, it does have some islands there, especially this one close to 119, 220 km per gust. So please be careful. This goes there and goes into Mozambique still very strong. Uh, the most in danger areas are like from Chefe, Bakar, Pemba, and the seas in between. So please stay safe. It shows more than 162 km per gust, but this whole area is very in danger. Even the interior areas, as this continues inside Mozambique with the high gusts. So please be careful there. But now there's one more scary thing. There's this high resolution model from Europe, this Aurora model. So sometimes, most times, these models are very accurate because they are like high resolution. But sometimes they can exaggerate, but most times they're very accurate. So this model still has a very, very powerful system there. And it goes head first into mayotte with like 223 kilometer per gusts plus more than like 223, 217, all the way to 189. So this will cause close to catastrophic damage there, and then this goes to like 157. So please stay safe, and just know there are many ways this could go. This could be like the icon or the GFS weaker, or the European and the Aurora way stronger. But if I were you, I would be prepared like if this was a category 5, because you can never underestimate these things. Winds like this could destroy a lot of infrastructure there, so please stay safe. Then it keeps going, shows the southern Comoros, some high gusts as well. Then this passes there, shows those islands there, some higher gusts, the southern Comoros. Then this goes into Mozambique. This model doesn't go much far out because high resolution, but still has an intense cyclone into Mozambique there. So yeah, be careful those areas, please. Be mindful of that. And plus, the coastal flooding and storm surge that could happen in Mayotte. Be careful with crashing waves and flooding near the coastline and some beachfront areas. So please stay in a secure place away from the flooding there. So this goes. I won't even put the GFS because shows it much weaker, but the GFS does have some very large 6 meter plus waves as well. So be careful. This goes into Mozambique, some very high waves and damaging surf. So it actually shows close to some 8 meter waves at landfall in Mozambique. So be careful. The European incredibly enough does show a little bit less, some 6.6 meter waves. So please be careful with storm surge and everything. And yeah, so I will just show you something here uh, for mayotte and Samaria. So there's this site here. It's in French. It's in French. It's perfect for you guys there because I still don't speak French. But they do have a red alert already for as tropical cyclone warning in the whole island. So please stay safe. I think they have some recommendation like some recommendations here how to protect yourself and more. You can investigate here. There are also some more weather information in the forecast, so be careful. But now let's discuss a little bit for Mozambique in Portuguese. Então, tem esse ciclone bem forte no sul do Oceano Índico que passou de Madagascar e está quase nas Comoros. E ainda tem a previsão de chegar em Moçambique como esse ciclone bem intenso, assim, tipo uns 180, 185 km por hora, os ventos quando chegar em Moçambique. Então, tem os modelos aqui que mostram umas rachas de vento quando chegar superior a 170 km por hora, bem na costa, assim, 171, 150 e até por dentro de Moçambique vão continuar esses ventos fortes. Então, muita precaução com esse ciclone. Também as ondas vão ser bem grandes, pode haver inundações costeiras nas praias e nos rios. Cuidado e principalmente com esses ventos com queda de luz e caída de árvore e até se for muito forte pode destruir muita infraestrutura. Então cuidado e avisem outros, e também chuva forte e inundação assim que isso vai cair ali quase mais de 100 milímetros, uns 200 mais para dentro, assim, mostra, e daí desce até o oeste de Moçambique, quase 138, os próximos 3 dias, 5 dias. Então, muito cuidado. Good, so stay safe there. Please stay safe. The rain, the wind, and especially the storm surge. But now, let's see the rain a little bit more in depth. So like I was saying, Portuguese does show more than 100 millimeters there through eastern Mozambique, and the European does like 200, close to 200 in some areas there, and 180, 140. This dives down into Malawi, shows close to 100 meters there too. So as the remnants of this pass by Malawi, be careful. And also some other afternoon storms further north, and shows more there for like westernmost Mozambique, into Zimbabwe and other areas. So be careful. Northern Zimbabwe next 5 days shows more than 100 millimeters as this passes, and more intense downpours there. And it's showing this dive down all the way to South Africa, and some more intense storms there too, some 100 millimeters, some 45 in some areas. But this until Monday barely shows anything. The cyclone will still be around Mozambique until Tuesday. Already shows some storms before the system. So in Lesotho and South Africa shows those heavy afternoon storms there from Monday afternoon and into Tuesday, and also Sunday afternoon. So be careful in Botswana. Into Wednesday, the system still in Mozambique, no, in Zimbabwe, some more there. But by Wednesday, most of the heavy storms will have already fallen. So be careful in South Africa and Eswatini. This goes until Thursday, the 19th. The Europeans like more than 100 meters from the remnants of the cyclone there, especially over Botswana, close to 250. He has like southernmost Mozambique and Eswatini, 150 plus, and some more in South Africa. And until the 21st, the European is radically crazy, showing upwards of 300 millimeters in southern Mozambique and crazy amounts in South Africa. And until the 23rd, rises even more to almost 400. And yeah, but that's very far. That might not happen. But on the meantime, just be safe those afternoon storms there, and the heavy rains from the remnants of this cyclone in the other areas. And the GFS until Wednesday is a similar thing, has like those areas along the coast in Mozambique might get a lot of flooding, so please be careful. The flooding shows diving to central Mozambique, Malawi, and there, and that doesn't have much into Zimbabwe, but it does have some more storms to eastern Zimbabwe, and it has those afternoon storms South Africa. So some areas, also this is 97 millimeters into South Africa and Lesotho. Be careful those storms, and be aware there's always the possibility of a severe storm or two, some wind, hail, and everything in the afternoon. So be aware. If I put this until the 24th, the GFS not crazy as the European, but it does show right like close to 200 and 187 or something on the next 8 to 10 days or something. But yeah, we'll keep monitoring this. Botswana has some heavier storms too, and yeah, be careful. But just the next 5 days, especially in Angola, be careful in Angola during the next 5 days. It shows more like those heavy downpours there, and the icon shows more there too. So just until Wednesday shows those heavy storms there throughout South Africa. Be careful in Lesotho in the afternoon, and in Eswatini, those areas. The icon, the cyclone there, has in Pemba close to like 168 more there. Be careful with flooding those streams and rivers, a lot of flooding. This goes there to central northern Mozambique, Malawi, and dives down there. So be careful to Zimbabwe, as Sahara Taurus, and around the Democratic Republic of Congo and Tanzania, just to those tropical downpours. So be careful, showing next 5 days more than 100 millimeters in parts of the Democratic Republic of Congo, and some more in east western Tanzania, those heavier totals in Angola. Be careful in Gabon, some more heavier showers in the Congo. So yeah, be careful. Just as reference here, it does show Saturday afternoon some scattered storms across Zambia, northeastern South Africa, and Angola. This goes Sunday afternoon more South Africa because of that almost like a cold front, and Lesotho shows more scattered storms in Tanzania and Angola. Monday shows heavier Mozambique, that system, but some heavier storms in Lesotho and South Africa Monday afternoon. Tuesday afternoon shows even more, scared the most South Central Africa. So be careful the storms there. And now still shows those heavier storms like into Vietnam, into like Malaysia and Thailand, and more throughout Indonesia and those areas. So be careful in the Philippines as well. So the next 5 days still shows southern India there, the heavier totals 132 millimeters shows more there. The Maldives showing a little bit more, some 60 even 70 millimeters. And yeah, so be careful the heavier showers. The Seychelles some 38 to 40 millimeters. And yeah, so be careful, but nothing that crazy, just stay safe. The heavier showers, the Europeans still like at crazy like 600 millimeters in a point in the northwestern Philippines. The GFS is like 200 or like 136. It has like 167. The excess doesn't have there. The icon has just like 118. So I think that the European is too crazy with that. It might not happen that way, but just be aware of that possibility. And those heavy downpours northeastern Philippines and some other parts central Philippines, more the eastern Philippines, and starting in the southern Philippines already. Shows some more in the southern Philippines. Be careful in Palau. Shows reports 185 millimeters the next 5 days. So there'll be those big waves of tropical disturbances along the intertropical convergence zone. Be careful those strong showers and storms there. So now it's calm, but Saturday, Sunday shows already disturbance there. Some heavier storms in Palau. Into Sunday, Monday, more lingering showers and storms in Micronesia and Palau. So be careful in those areas. And yeah, stay safe. It does try to get a tropical storm in the southern Philippines, but it does quite show something there, but not really anything so crazy. And until the 22nd, it does have the storm going to the southern Philippines, which was like more than 200 millimeters. Yeah, and along the most the eastern coast of the Philippines as well. The next 8 days, but 8 days is kind of a lot. But be careful. Vietnam shows still some areas to 208 millimeters, 202. Be careful there. And 187, some heavy downpours southern Vietnam as well, and some thunderstorm or two in Cambodia, some showers in Myanmar, northern Thailand, and to China, but nothing crazy. And shows more there into northeastern Malaysia, more than 100 millimeters, 144, 177, and more heavier downpours at the Nicobar and Andaman Islands and in Sumatra. Be careful in Sumatra, Indonesia, those heavier downpours like wind and gusty wind and rain, a lot of lightning, and shows in Java those like 1 to 193 millimeters next 5 days. Most of Java, some very heavy downpours, and the islands nearby. Just until Monday shows less, of course, but until the next week shows way more. In Kalimantan, Central Malaysia, Brunei, some more showers and storms. Be careful, like Western Guinea, Papua New Guinea, those heavier tropical downpours there. Be careful in East Timor and in other parts of Central Indonesia. The GFS is a similar thing too. It does have in Palau upward to 200 millimeters, so please be careful there. This goes there more in Vietnam, but not as much as the European. In the eastern Philippines, central Philippines, some more downpours, and into Malaysia it's like close to 200 millimeters in some areas there, even like 300, but more like 100, 200. So please be careful the excess. Those heavy rains too, and especially be careful in southern Thailand, those areas there. This is too much, I think, but you never know. Be careful for northeastern Malaysia and southern Thailand and the Link Strip Islands, Nicobar Islands, not Link Strip, but the Andaman Islands. So be careful there. Does show a lot, and does show a lot in Chennai as well, the excess, and some parts of India once again. In some showers, the Maldives, some thunderstorms. So yeah, be careful in those areas. and stay safe. So does show at the European March to India as well. So be aware of the next 5 days and a week or so. And wind does show the breezier conditions in Cambodia, Vietnam, parts of Laos now, especially later into today, Saturday, and it's about east and northeastern Laos, and the seas in Taiwan and China, some a little bit larger seas, and some gusty winds also in the Philippines on the 21st, but that's like the tropical storm. But yeah, just some more disturbed winds conditions there, so be careful. And this site does have two more disturbances. uh, I don't know what happened to them, but it did show here before. So one near Australia that's kind of dissipating, and the one in Malaysia and Thailand there, even to southern Myanmar and the other main islands. So be careful the rain there. And just a quick overview, some models here. So the GFS, the 12C, does show the cyclone there in the Comoros in those areas. So please stay safe, and does show a mini tropical depression or something to India, but not nothing crazy. And that it does have a tropical storm in the southern Philippines as early as the December 20th, and even to the South China Sea. It does have some spinning stuff near Australia by around the 29th or something, but that's kind of far. The European 12C does have those the system near India disturbance there. Be careful. That's around the 17th, 16th, and 18th. Does have the tropical storm in the Philippines and South China Sea. Does take it to Vietnam, the end of the road as well. But these systems are hard to predict, so this information might change still. It has like the Canadian, the storm in the Comoros, and more the disturbance into India, and more lingering rains there. It does have some stuff in the Philippines, but not as strong as the European, the GFS. Does strengthen the South China Sea later. The icon does have those showers there, and storms, the disturbance in India, more disturbance in other areas. And yeah, the icon doesn't go out that far, but please stay safe there. The rainfall accumulation, the Canadian, until like December 18th or something, it does have there in the Comoros, in those areas, especially the central Comoros and mayotte, um, more than like 175 to almost 200 millimeters. So please be careful. A closer look here. So it does show, where is it? So there's like and the European does show their northern Comoros more than 117, 145. So be careful with flooding there, especially storm surge, but and all the other flooding. And those are of the eastern Comoros, more than 133 millimeters. So please stay safe in those islands with flooding, wind, storm surge. The GFS has a lot as well, scared around those areas, more than 100, and especially the island, the Comoros there, more than 133 or something. And this high resolution model here, it does have some parts of the Comoros to 196, 202. So this is a possibility of a cyclone this size. Does have in mayotte more than 150. So please be careful with flooding and the other islands there. So please be careful with this. Some tropical downpours spotted to Madagascar, but nothing crazy. Madagascar in the next 5 days. More northern Madagascar, some showers and storms. Eastern, western Madagascar, and a shower or two in Mauritius or Reunion, but very little. So please stay safe.